Come on, guys.
Okay, here we are at the trailhead. Over here we've got Andy, Vaughn, our chauffeur, Rhonda, thank you. And we're about to get started. We're gonna get a little group photo. We're at the Willamette Pass trailhead. Pacific Crest Trail number 2000. Here we go. All right, we're on the trail. About 1.75 miles in. It's pretty easy so far. Actually, I think this 100-mile stretch, really from a difficulty standpoint, it's not going to be too high on the scale. Pretty level. Be a few climbs. So why are we doing this? Well, Andy and I are heavily considering doing the entire PCT next year. So we thought this would be a good opportunity to test our gear, give us a very small sample size of what it's going to be like day in and day out, see what gear we like, what changes we might want to make, and then to see how our bodies hold up. Now granted, a very small sample size and an easy section really compared to some of the sections of the PCT like the Sierras or Washington. But you know, Andy's got a total knee replacement about 5 years ago. Should be fine. 10 years ago I had a total right knee replacement at age 48. Actually put that off for a long time. Just premature degeneration. No accident or anything, just kind of unlucky. And then 4 years ago, I had a total right shoulder replacement. But those are fine. There's no issues with those in me doing the PCT. They're doing great. The real issue for me is that I want to check out is my left hip. When I got my right hip replaced 10 years ago, the surgeon told me that my left would need replacement in 5 to 10 years, depending on, you know, how much I abused it. So I've been a good boy. I stopped playing basketball and high impact sports and used to run a lot. Don't do that anymore. I walk and hike and bike. So I went in for my 10-year checkup in May on my right hip. Asked him to take x-rays of my left, tell me how it looked, because I was starting to feel small things. Wasn't impacting my everyday life or even hiking or biking, but if I was, you know, doing something strenuous, I would notice slight discomfort in the groin area and maybe down the leg. But got better quickly. So I had him take x-rays and told him what I wanted to do, and he was like, no, that hip won't make it. Then he said, well, depends on what your pain tolerance is and how much ibuprofen you're going to want to take. Well, I don't want to do the ibuprofen thing forever again. So as of now, I've done a lot of hiking in preparation for this, and it's been fine. I mean, some very slight discomfort, but really fine. So I'm hoping that if I do a lot of, you know, workouts, clamshells, things like that, to really strengthen the muscles around the joint, that, you know, I might be good to go. We'll see. This hike will tell a lot. I mean, worst case scenario, I start and If I realize it's just too much, I can bail. I don't want to do that, but I also am not too gung-ho on going ahead and getting the left one done, because having gone through this before, I mean, granted, I wish I hadn't waited so long on the first one. I basically waited till I couldn't walk more than, half a mile without having to stop and sit down. So it was a quality of life thing. But right now my quality of life is excellent. And so I'd like to put it off for at least a few more years, because I can do everything I want to do. Well, you could say, well, maybe except for the PCT. So we'll see. It's a decision I'll have to make. See how things go here. Yeah, that's why we're doing this. We kind of been a group that hunts together and has for years. So we thought it'd be a good group thing to do. Vaughn and I actually backpacked together quite a bit. This is my first time backpacking with Andy. But no doubt he's going to do great. All right, I'll check in later. We're only doing 9 today, just to get things started. I mean, I think a lot of your thru hikers here do this section in like 2.5 days. We're doing it in 6, just trying to enjoy ourselves and test our gear and see what it's like. All right, I'll check in later. Probably when I get to our camp spot. We're camping at a lake, or hoping to, called Bobby Lake today. We'll get there fairly early and have plenty of time to relax and just enjoy nature. All right, I'll check in with you later. All right, coming into, I think it's Rosary Lake. Just 2.5 miles in. 2.7, 638 feet of ascent from the trailhead. So not bad at all. I think I'll sit down here for a second. Wait on the guys. Beautiful. Very nice. Beautiful day. I think it's supposed to be like 83 today, which isn't bad. But I'm coming from Port Angeles, Washington, where the highs are generally this time of year in the upper 60s, low 70s. So I think it's supposed to get up to 90 one of these days, or a couple of them. So I'm gonna be in for a little shock on those days. But I've been hiking the Olympics, so I think it's been getting me ready for this. Shouldn't be any issues. Some fish jumping. Nice. All right, here we have Middle Rosary Lake. About a half a mile past Lower Rosary. The first one we were at was a rope swing there, or an attempt at one. Not a very good tree for a rope swing. Another nice lake. I think we have Upper Rosary coming up next. All right, onward. All right, climbing. We got the 3 Rosary Lakes below us. And then that large lake in the distance is Odell Lake. A lot of PCTers stop at Shelter Cove Resort there. Replenish, resupply, rest, and then they keep going. Beautiful day, a bit smoky out there, but all in all, Can't complain. We've been kind of in the timber most of the morning, so the heat hasn't been too bad. I haven't even put sunblock on yet. It looks like I won't have to today. We're going to kind of stay in the timber today, but part of this 100-mile stretch is through a large burn, and then there's 5 or so miles through lava rock. I think those are the hot days, so those will be fun. Probably get an early start on those days just to get through those stretches. All right, onward. All right, here we are, Bobby Lake. Took about 4 hours, 10 miles. It ended up being 10 miles, 10.4, I think. Not a hard hike. One uphill that was decent. The rest of it was pretty flat. But a nice hike. Pretty much in the trees all day, so that was nice. Got my tent set up. This is the Durston X-Mid. It's the 1 person. Vaughn is over there. He's got the 2 person. And Andy is over there. He also has the 2 person. Of course, they're 6'5", 2 something. You know, I'm 5'11", 170. So I'm going to try the 1 person, see if it's good enough for me. And then decide later if I want to go to the 2 person, if I want more room. Beautiful lake. I walked down here. It's actually a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. I don't know if anyone else is here. There's lots of campsites, it appears, all the way around the lake. But we're the only ones that seem to be here. Feel good. I think everybody feels good. Kind of just the first break-in hike. Kind of got a mountain peak over there. Some fish jumping out there. So now it's kind of probably take a nap, relax, read a book on my phone, and it'll be dinner a little later, and then bed. And then tomorrow's about a 12-mile day, I think, somewhere in there, 11, 12. We'll see. I'm going to say it, I think it's called Irish Taylor Lake. From that point on, you have to have a Central Cascades Wilderness permit. And our permit starts August 1. So we'll get to that trailhead, camp right there, and then enter the wilderness on the 1st. And the rest of the trip will be inside that Central Cascades Wilderness. Really looking forward to it. All right, feeling good. Call it a day. Maybe I'll check in towards evening. And we're looking forward to tomorrow. All right, catch you then. All right, it's getting towards evening. It's about 7:30. First night here at Bobby Lake. Absolutely beautiful. We've had, a fair number of thru hikers come through. We met 1 southbound thru hiker on the trail. And we've had about 5 northbound come through here for a pit stop to either get some water or take a break. And we have 1 camping next to us. Talked to them for a while, the ones that came and went, and got some good advice and things that they would do different, things that have worked well for them. So that's good. Let me show you my tent over here. Probably already did. Just forgot. Yeah, I think I did earlier. Got the X-Mid 1. It's not a lot of room. Definitely room for 1 person in there. You can see my bag kind of goes side to side. Got some room above my head there where I kind of put some stuff. Vaughn and Andy have the X-Mid 2. They have quite a bit more room, so I'll have to look at that. You do need a larger footprint for setting up the tent, of course, which could be an issue in some places. But I don't know. I have to see how much heavier it is. Vaughn, how was your first day?
That was good.
Good?
Good.
Feel body?
I was a little surprised by how even or level the terrain was.
Yeah, it's really a pretty easy hike today. see what tomorrow brings. Doesn't look like it's going to be too tough, but it's longer. Tomorrow's just under 13 miles. So anyway, I think I'm getting close to calling it, and we'll catch back up tomorrow. Andy's out doing business. Quite common with Andy, but that's all right. All right, I'll catch up to you later.